Hey, it's your boy Ron Big Black Garrett. Really have gotten into some discussions lately with a few people who seem to, just like it's always been in my life, castigate me because I speak so harshly against the black community. Well, I don't do that because I like doing it. I don't do it because it's fun. I'm going to take a lot of heat from these things, but I'm a big boy. I can take it. Why do I do it then? Number one, I was accused of never saying anything about white people, never really bringing up historical things. It seems like you're always saying something against the black community. Well, there's enough of us speaking out about things all that are white. We fail quite often and ignore things that are going on in the black community. Hey, history proves what has been done to our people. History proves it. I don't have to sit here and go back over that stuff all the time. Plus, most black people, that's all they talk about. Well, that's not my lot. Why would I sit up there and follow the rest of the crowd when there's other things to be done? I'm 52 flipping years old, and I get these young people trying to talk to me about racism. You didn't grow up the way I grew up. You have not dealt with the things that I've dealt with. So if me, a 52-year-old, strong Christian black man, am willing to sit up and say the things that I'm willing to say because I know it's going to benefit the black community, despite what your young butt thinks, then I'm going to continue to do it. Because just like it is with my kids, I know that what I'm saying is in the best interest of my community. Now, I'm not trying to equate the black community to my kids or nothing like that. I'll get some idiot who will say that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there were times with my kids I knew that what I was saying was right, and I had to say it even though I knew they were going to be mad at me because I loved them. It's the same way with the black community. There's things that I know. Like, for instance, I understand the whole white oppression and all this other stuff. Okay, that's fine. Hey, I deal with that. Good. I deal with the slavery and the racism and all of these other things. Okay, good. We have everyone talking about that. But what about dealing with the issues that affect the community that we do to ourselves? No one wants to talk about that. And then when we do, we want to blame white people for everything. No, when Tommy kills Bobby over here, that's a black on black thing. Yes, it may be from historical stuff, but in the end, we got to deal with that. I'm not worried about some racist. I keep trying to tell you guys, I get so upset. I have yet to lose one of my kids in inner city ministry to a racist white cop. Everyone that I have lost has been killed by another black person. So I don't give a rip if you don't like what I got to say. If you don't like what I got to say, stay off my social media page. Because I'm going to continue to say it. I still speak out against the other racism. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to leave alone what's going on in the community that we do. We got to clean our house up first. We got to say what needs to be said. It's okay to say things about all that other stuff, but we need to address when we do people wrong. Man, I try to support black businesses. You know, every time I supported a black business, they've screwed me over. Every time. It's funny, y'all want me to support black businesses, but why every time? Well, that's just a few of them. No, everyone so far. So what am I supposed to deal with? That doesn't mean that I can't find some, but they take advantage of me being black and trying to support them. So what? I'm not supposed to say anything about it? I'll speak out if a business that's a majority white does something wrong to me. I have, and I will. It's the same way with Christians. I support Christian businesses. And I've had Christian businesses be dishonest with me. What am I supposed to not? I got Christians. Well, you shouldn't say that about another brother. I can call another brother out if he or her is wrong. Period. If God has spoken into my life about an issue, I don't care if it's black or white. I don't care. I'm going to say what I feel needs to be said. That's what's wrong these days. People hide behind being, they feel like they're being talked down to because maybe a person knows something that they don't know, or maybe they have a different perspective on something. That's not being talked down to. That's that person's opinion. And grown people can learn to say, okay, you know what? That's not my opinion. I don't like that, but I'm going to move on. But still, we can sit down and have coffee or break bread and eat a meal. Well, eat a steak because I'm keto. You know, I talk a lot about the generation that's below us, and I have a reason for saying what I'm saying today. It's because they try to use my wisdom from my 52 years, and then when they don't like what I'm saying, they want to say that I'm talking down to them or something like that. Well, I don't care. Look, man, I know what my interest is for you. I know what it is. I know that what I'm trying to say, I know that if you're sitting up there with this worrying about this racist white cop that may or may not ever enter your freaking life, but you fail to worry about Pookie down the street that's robbing and doing this stuff like that, and you don't address that, then that's a problem. Are white people still doing this and doing that? Yes. Government is doing stuff. You got people from other races and other nationalities and other countries doing stuff. But I don't focus on that. Like I said, 95% of our people are focusing on that stuff. But the pink elephant in the room is what we're doing to each other. And that ain't got to be palatable. You may not like it that I call it out for everybody to see. But somebody has to do it. It's not being done. We want to blame everything. And I do mean that. And yes, a lot of it stems from our past. This is what gets me. You act like I'm stupid and I don't know that. I'm 52 flipping years old. I'm a black man who has lived in this country. I know it. I get it. But I'm still going to address what needs to be addressed. When I see black people doing things wrong to each other, I am more concerned about that than I am some white person doing something, because it's who we live amongst and what we should be doing. How are you going to tell me that I haven't endured anything? I am worse than most when it comes to racism, because you want to talk about racist. I was racist. I hated white people. So for you, some little kids, some of these younger generation, and I'm not talking down to you, you need to understand that. What I am is I'm real ticked right now. It's because you act like I haven't went through nothing. I grew up in the hood. I grew up with the threat of death and violence on my life every day. Everywhere I would go, I was treated wrong by black people and white people. I wasn't treated, a lot of times it had nothing to do because I was black, it was because I was poor. Black people treated me worse because I was poor. We're supposed to be all kumbaya. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is we treat each other wrong and we don't want to say anything about it. Well, I'm going to say something about it. If you don't like it, stay off my social media channel. I'm going to say stuff to Christians. If you don't like it, get off my social media channel. I am a man of God who is filled with truth, who has grew up historically black. It is what it is. If you don't like it, deal with it. If not, holler at your boy. I'm about as real as it gonna get, people. And I'm gonna stay real. And if you don't like it, tough. I'm not here to please people. I don't worry about offending people. I live my life as God has blessed me to see fit, and I realize the joys and the pleasures that I can have living in this beautiful country that I've been blessed to live with all of its problems. I love it because I defended it with my life. I love you. If I ticked y'all, tough. Peace.